all of them, Mukhtar didn't have a salary. All the time he was there. He said, we've been here 23 years. I said, you ain't been doing nothing. In 2006, 7, 8, I gave Mukhtar boxes just like that. I said, and I put $35,000 in the Oakland account just to pay bills and everything. And nobody never put nothing in our account. I don't want to mention giving them, I would say, $40,000 of oil at wholesale prices. I brought a van, no, not a van, station wagon full of oils for Oakland. And when I ordered books here, I ordered the same for them there. Only difference between me, I paid for the books. Whether it was from Pakistan, whether it was from India, all of those wonderful books, they had the same amount of books that we did. You know, we helped buy this, we helped buy property. I don't know how much, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars we made on books, because remember, we go to a pro, I'd sell $5,000 in books here, 500 over there. And we went to, I know once you went to Detroit, right? And you made a couple of thousand, or something, right? We sold books. Yes.
And by the way, did I stay in a hotel?
No, we didn't stay.
I slept in the car.
Sleep in the car.
That's just part of the do.
That's what we do, we sleep in the car. Everybody else go to a big program. They're in the big hotels. Yeah, so Hadari and them, somebody was there. I just, hey, look who's here. You got any room on the floor over there and need a shower other than that? Or if Al-Amin them was upstairs, big time speakers, I just, hey, look at here. I just happen to have my towel. Might take a good shower. Yeah, that's all. I don't care. All over the country for 20 years. That's the way we live. And y'all know how we live back here and here. Around the corner at the Masjid, we lived upstairs. We lived upstairs. And here we lived in the back in the office. That office is 11 by 18. That's downstairs, and then you crawl up there, upstairs, and it's smaller than that because the ladder's there, it takes up 3 feet. Maybe 4, yeah, 10, 4. So I stayed there with my daughter, my granddaughter, my wife, and myself. Because we had to get money together. We wanted to make sure we stabilized. Remember all those plans that we talked about, all those written plans? They had to be executed. And one of the main executions in carrying out plans is the financial aspect. People can write beautiful plans. They can give beautiful lectures. But the execution is where they fall off, especially entrepreneurial. Now, as a community, somebody came in the other day and said, Masjid Muhammad got $500,000 from the government for the security. Well, I wouldn't take it. Well, I would take it if they drove by and threw it over on the property. But if we had to sign something for it, I wouldn't take it. But if they just drove by and dumped it on the lawn, we'd take it. But we wouldn't sign them, we agreed to do this, but we wouldn't do it for security, but we're gonna be good niggas. No. But if you throw it over in the yard, we would take it. Other than that, we wouldn't take it. We definitely wouldn't ask nobody for no money. You have to understand, we're independent and don't nobody like that. That is the thing that everybody will eventually get to. And that is the thing that, I'll just tell you the truth, I have discovered it's not with just blacks, but nobody wants you independent. Nobody. They didn't want, Benjamin Hooks in '78 had to sue the NAACP. Y'all remember that? Why? Because the Jewish lawyers was controlling the major part of the funds, the legal funds. So he sued the Jewish end of the NAACP. They controlled the money. When we was over at Darlington at that time, and everybody said, we're going to put up this, we're going to put up. And when they got to the Negroes, we're going to have a pass. When they got to us, I said, no, how much do y'all need? It was just $400-$500. Say, here you go, I just pulled out of my pocket, popped it down, $100 bills. No, but I need no pass. But we don't treat money now. To them, it's not a whole lot of money. But to us, it's a lot of money because we don't have a big outgo. What we do now, we got, it goes out now. The point I'm making is that we're going to systematically deprogram the people in Oakland and around the world about these false accusations. Remember, we're dealing with 3 levels. One is hindsight, looking at things behind. One is insight, looking at things now, where they are. And number 3 is foresight, that's looking ahead. And we always talk about those 3 dimensions. We've talked about almost, not the Holy Grail for now, but becoming, during this stage, during this ride, being on the level of a medium-sized country. I don't want to be like Mexico, so I chose sweet, not to the oriented toward right, but we want to at least have a country of that size as well, organized and functions. So we don't want to be, I love Mexicans, but I don't want to be like the country of Mexico. But we want to have the organizational power and wealth and the institutional force of a medium-sized country that's during this period. Why do we say that? Because we have been through all the trials and all the tests. In each one, we have went through each step with flying colors. Every time, during every period. And therefore, we just have to reach up this time. Because there's no, the New York Times today got a whole magazine article on climate. First time they ever did this, climate is just okay. You know, we don't have, personally, I have to read it, but it's like when you look around the world, they've taken us places before. Look at the misery and the poverty that people, I said, okay, I don't have to see it, I'm already doing what I can. I don't want to just sit here and look at people in misery. You know what I mean? We're doing whatever we can do. Like, when we go to South Africa, when we would be, except for the last time, we'd be hustling a little bit too. But we would also take money. And we'd help Africans. Right now, in, what is Zulu's is? Durban. One of the big brothers in martial arts and we talk, and we just, one of the brothers was mad, because they're Zulus, they was mad about who had become Muslim. The movie they had, Shaka Zulu. You see what they, I said, you can't get mad at the white folks. What do you expect them to do? But to make fun of it, run around with a grass skirt on. And the white folks playing a music box, and it's a big deal. But it was all lights. I said, I know. Then one of the brothers was saying that he ran a martial arts studio. He owned it, so he said, come on by, so he took me by. And he's a Muslim, semi-well connected with all the Muslims who just love to do charity work. So he had a whole crew. I mean, he was good too, he wasn't playing. But all the paying customers, they came, and he would have a whole crew of kids. He had 53 kids, orphans. That they would almost be in a corner or underground somewhere doing the classes. So the classes over, they roll back out. When there's somebody coming, they clean up, and he was taking care of 53 orphans on his own. So shoot, I have, if I give somebody over there $1,000, 4 or 5 grand, I say, hey man, I said, I'm sorry, maybe it's all I brought, maybe they help. He says, but that's the way we carry ourselves. And you know what? No matter, they did the stuff to us that they break, hey man, it breaks everybody. I have this little list here from, this file seized by San Francisco District Attorney's Office from the residence of ADL informant Roy Bullock and San Francisco police officer Tom Gerard, released in connection with the second raid on ADL San Francisco and LA office. Categories such as Arab and Pinko are shown as defined by Bullock and Gerard themselves. This is just the first page of, this is the ANC is on there. They got everybody on there. There's terrorists. You look right up here. Guess what it has? What it's wrote down? Masjid al-Islam. There's only one of the masjid on there. But Masjid al-Islam in Oakland. This is back in the 80s. They discovered the list in the 90s. 2000, they misprinted, but they put a slave name, abdul-alim Musa. This is from 2009. The list of people that cannot go to Europe. That's the Home Office list of people banned from UK. Banned. This is counterterrorism blog. Steve Emerson investigated project to catch radical Islamic cleric on tape supporting terrorism. This is your homeboy, Steve. All of them. We're the top name on all of these people. The only name that Mukhtar and Khadijah's list is on low-level, dumb, not too smart, tattletale and stooges. And if we on every list of people that the white man don't like and the Zionists don't like, it means that everything that goes on is filtered through that. Everything that happens is filtered through that. And I wanted to get to that to show a few pictures maybe of things. And I want to relate it to who we are so people understand. That's why I gave y'all this. And we went through this before. Dear Imam Musa, Now, you know if this came on my email, that they gone, that the white man got it. This is an emergency. There's other ways to communicate, but this is an emergency, and you can see the emergency in it. As you know, the government will change in September 2013. Forget about 2009, death to the dictator, talking about the Rahbar, and against Ahmadinejad, right? Holocaust denier, all of them lies. And they had everybody thinking that the people in Iran, that Iran is ready to crumble. Man, that final Jummah, when the Rahbar gave Salat al-Jummah, people was dressed in their martyrdom, get up. They was frantic. We here, we support you, we love you. And I looked at the line, because you could tell how far the places for Jummah. As far as your eye can see, it means there was millions of people there. It was serious. But if you listen to the white man here, you would think that Iran is crumbling, is falling apart. They'll have on the news every day. The Iranians are in the street. Iran, a few stupid people. Iranians are mad at America. They know that the United States put their country and their real in that situation. They know that the United States done bragged, we're gonna cut off your old stuff, so you will be zero money. You ain't gonna get no money. That ain't happening.